For all the guys out there who have a problem staying on a diet because every time they start losing weight, they feel like they're starting to look skinny and scrawny, I'm going to explain to you in this video whether or not you can go and lose fat without looking skinny. So I got this comment today in Instagram. It's actually a long paragraph. I'm going to cover it in 2 videos, but here's the second half that I'm going to talk about right now. It says, I've been 1 week on the steak and eggs diet, doing the routine you suggested, parentheses, YouTube vid, best way to burn fat and build muscle for the skinny fat guy. And it seems the fat is coming off rapidly. But the muscle building process is going to be extremely slow going. My fiance already told me after 6 days, quote, okay, that's enough, skinny boy. Yet I still don't have the shredded look I'm after. I don't want to be the skinny ripped guy, but the muscular ripped guy. Okay. What he's basically saying is something that I've heard a lot. I mean, word for word, like, I started losing weight and my girlfriend said I'm skinny and that's not the look I'm going for. Okay, you've got guys who are skinny fat, which basically means they don't carry a lot of muscle, but they do carry a lot of fat. They have like the Bart Simpson build. Skinny arms, but the little basketball gut, okay? So the problem is if they start to bulk, okay, which means basically they eat a lot, they lift heavy, and they start to gain muscle but also fat, they're going to get even fatter, okay? And they're not going to look muscular because with all the fat they have, all the fat they're adding in the bulk, you're not going to be able to see the muscles. If they try to cut fat, okay, try to get lean, they're already small and frail looking, but they're going to look even smaller. They're going to start to look scrawny. And like I said, this is something that I've heard a lot in emails and comments and messages. I hear this quite a bit where people actually do say, hey, you know, I was on the diet for a week or 2 weeks and my girlfriend said, hey, you're skinny. So the question is, can you avoid this, okay? Can a skinny fat guy lose weight and look muscular instead of losing weight and looking skinny? And the answer is basically no, okay? It's really hard to tell somebody that, you know, he's going to have to look worse before he can look better, okay? Because everybody wants to be like big and everybody wants to be lean. I mean, I want to be leaner than I am right now and I want to be bigger than I am right now. But the fact of the matter is you need to take a step in the first direction, okay? And I think that for most people, the best thing you can do is cut fat, okay? You're going to go ahead and look smaller, but are you really losing size? Okay, are you really getting skinny? I don't think so. When people talk about feeling skinny on a diet, what they basically are saying is they think that they're a certain size and now they feel as though they're shrinking and getting less and less muscular. But the fact of the matter is they're not getting less and less muscular. If you're on a proper diet, you should be maintaining your muscle mass. You should probably be increasing your muscle mass if you haven't been trained before, if you're on a good diet and a good training schedule. Okay, so you're actually at least in have the same amount of muscle mass you did before you lost the fat. It's just your volume, the size, the space in the world that you take up is less because you're losing fat. Okay, imagine it like this. When I was working as a bouncer in Germany, okay, there's this one Russian guy who always used to tell me, he's like, those guys, they're just thick jackets, they're just thick jackets. And what he basically meant was there was guys that were like skinny fat basically, you know, they weren't in shape at all, some of them had a little bit of fat, whatever, and they would wear these thick bomber jackets and stand out in front of the door like, hey man, you know, I'm the man, right? But it was just, they're just wearing a thick jacket. They're not really in shape. Take off the jacket, you see them in a t-shirt, they look pathetic, okay? And that's basically the same thing that skinny fat guys, or anybody who has body fat, but especially skinny fat guys have. They have little muscle mass, and then they have fat. Now, if you take away the fat, you're gonna see just how skinny you are, okay? But it's a phase. It's a phase you have to go through, okay? Imagine it like this. I know you don't want to be skinny, but if you fight through it now, cut down while maintaining and increasing your muscle mass, and then you work, when you get to a certain leanness, you start increasing even more your muscle mass, okay? You're going to get where you want to be. Think about it like this. Think about it like, you know, you are going to college full time, okay? And, you know, your girlfriend were to say to you, listen, you've been going to college for like a month now and we're still not making any money. You know, what's going on here? I mean, you know, we need to bring in some money. This whole thing about going to college and making $1 million, it's obviously fake, okay? That's obviously not true. Well, think about this. Does it really make sense to drop out of Harvard, okay, and to get a job at the dollar store for like minimum wage and spend the rest of your life at the dollar store earning minimum wage? Or does it make more sense to fight through and live in a situation where you may not have that much money, okay? To be uncomfortable for 4 years to get your degree, and then to get, like, I don't know, your law degree, to become a doctor, you know, to get your MBA, to get your PhD, whatever, okay? And then for the rest of your life, you're going to have this education and the doors that it's going to open for you, okay? So, yeah, you'll make more money by dropping out of Harvard and getting a job at the dollar store right now, but wait a few years when you could have had your MBA and you would be making massive cash, okay? So it's the same way you should look at this. If you cut fat, okay, yes, you're going to be even smaller, but you're not losing anything. You're getting probably more muscular than you were before. All you're losing is fat. You're looking smaller. Great. When you get down to the leanness, the amount of definition, the low body fat percentage you want to have, then you can use that for even more motivation to bulk, clean bulk your way up, okay? To not get fat, to stay lean, but to increase your strength and your muscular size. Me right now, okay, I'm working on like a new diet, a new training program, new everything, okay? And I specifically got chubby, okay? I specifically went out of ketosis, everything, just to be like a normal guy going on this diet, okay? And I still feel like I have, you know, I've been on it for like a month and a half now. I still feel like I need to get leaner, okay? And I feel like I'm skinny. Yes, I do. But the fact of the matter is, when I need to lose like maybe 5 pounds, okay, of fat. And when I do that, I'm already going to be feeling and looking good just because of the definition I'm going to have, okay? And then when I maintain that, what I'm slowly going to do is slowly increase the amount of fat that I take in, which means the fat is going to be increasing my testosterone levels, make it easier for me to gain muscle. The fat is going to increase the calories I take in, make it easier for me to gain muscle, and I'm going to stay lean but slowly build muscle while staying lean, and then I'm going to get where I want to be. But if I just hide like, oh my God, and I've done this before. I have done this before just like everybody else, where I start on a cutting diet, oh my God, I'm getting skinny, so I start to bulk, oh my God, I'm getting fat, so I start on a cut, and it's this like never-ending back and forth. You really need to just take a stand. You're not getting skinnier. You are just as skinny as you are. When I got really ripped, okay, with my anaerobics program, I weighed well over 200 pounds. And I got down to like 174, okay, when I was really lean. I was the same person, okay? And yeah, I was a lot smaller. I mean, but the thing is, it's just as though I had, you know, 35 pounds of butter or fat or grease smeared all over my body, okay? I actually built up muscle and lost over 30 pounds. So, like I said, it's not like I got scrawny. I was just as scrawny when I was 205, 210, okay? I was just covered in fat. So when I cut, you know, 30 some odd pounds down to like 170 something, yes, I was smaller, but it wasn't like I got skinnier. I just stripped the fat away. So like I said, well, basically the bottom line is, first of all, you're not getting skinny. You're probably more muscular than you were when you before you lost the fat. Okay, you're just stripping off the fat, but you're not actually losing muscle. Second, if you don't take a stand and do something right now, okay, you're never going to get big and lean. Okay, and third, just think about the process, think about the future. Like, be glad that you lose some fat and everybody notices how skinny you are. It's like, geez, you know, when I had the fat on me, I didn't really look skinny. Nobody really noticed how skinny I was. I didn't know I had a problem. But now that I'm getting a little bit cut, I'm realizing, hey, I'm pretty skinny. Okay? Use that as motivation to start to build muscle once you get lean. Okay? Use that as motivation to do a lean bulk, a clean bulk, to not do a dirty bulk and get fat again, okay? Make sure you learned your lesson. You're always going to stay lean, and you're very slowly going to build your body up, and there's no extent to which you can build your body if you do it the right way.